On a cold October night in southern Colorado, Route 160 stretched out like a dark ribbon across the empty plains. Old World War II radio towers stood rusted and crooked in the distance. And then, something impossible, one of them crackled with static. Evan Miller, a young highway surveyor, was driving alone, checking storm-damaged road signs. His radio suddenly flicked on by itself. Only static at first. Then a faint voice whispered, "Turn back." He slowed down, confused. The voice repeated, clearer this time, and impossibly personal. "Evan, turn back now." Evan had never heard his name on a radio channel he didn't tune. He pulled over beside one of the abandoned towers. Storm clouds hung low. Then the tower's dead red beacon blinked once and went dark again. When Evan stepped out of his truck, the world fell silent. No wind, no insects, just a heavy, unnatural stillness. Then across the tower frame, something moved, a shadow with no source. Evan checked his map. The paper trembled in his hands, not from wind, but from a presence behind him. He spun around. Nothing. He raised his flashlight. A figure stood on top of the tower, staring straight at him, without moving. Before he could speak, the figure whispered first. The voice came through the radio. "Route 160 is not safe tonight. Not for you. Not again." Then the figure dissolved like smoke. Evan jumped back into his truck. He pressed the radio mic. "This is Survey Unit 3. Who's transmitting?" Static. Then an old military tone beeped. A code not used since the 1940s. A cold voice followed. "Evacuation order still active. All personnel must leave the blast zone." But there had never been a blast here. Not in modern history. Then, "Evan Miller, leave the blast zone." His headlights flickered. The asphalt glowed a faint orange, like the heat of a fire no one could see. A ghostly convoy of 1940s military trucks rolled toward him. Silent, driverless, shadows sitting in each seat. One truck passed right through him, turning the air to ice. The radio burst into violent static. Then a final voice whispered, "We never made it out, but you still can." Evan slammed his truck into reverse and sped away from the glowing road. The phantom convoy faded, swallowed by darkness. At the town line, life returned. Wind, crickets, the hum of passing cars. Behind him, Route 160 looked calm, ordinary, safe. The next morning, investigators found the towers powerless, dead for 70 years. The evacuation code, last used during a Cold War training mission, where a whole unit vanished in a sudden firestorm. Evan never drove that road again, but every night, a whisper still leaks through his bedroom radio. "Turn back. Evan, turn back now."